Hey, what's up, guys? Jack from Jaggy Sports. I don't talk about this individual too often, but gotta give him props. Before I get into that, hit subscribe, like, and notification. So here's the deal. It's Demar DeRozan. He's playing at an all-star MVP level, and just before you watch this clip from, of course, Stephen A. Smith, he's playing at an unbelievable level, and quite frankly, it's kind of like he is, I guess you could say, in the MVP discussion. But what I want to hear from you guys is he the MVP for the regular season? You tell me, watch this clip, and let's analyze after. Jag from Jaggy Sports.
Stephen A., you've been hot on DeRozan, but can he win MVP?
He most certainly can.
Okay.
I have DeMar DeRozan neck and neck with Joel Embiid at this particular moment in time. You talking about 7 straight games of over 35 points. We talking about the brother averaging over 30 scoring over 30 over the last 9 games. I'm looking at the standings here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Milwaukee Bucks are not in first place. The Brooklyn Nets are not in first place. The Philadelphia 76ers are not in first place. The Miami Heat are not in first place. The Eastern Conference participant, Atlanta Hawks, are not in first place. The team in first place in the Eastern Conference is the Chicago Bulls. And the team with the second best record, I mean, overall, they've got like the third best record, okay? Or the 4th best record, because Phoenix, Golden State, and Memphis, percentage-wise, has a better record. And then there's Chicago Bulls. They're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. If the playoffs were to begin today, like KP says, the road to the finals must go through the United Center. I will remind everybody that this guy, DeMar DeRozan, is doing this in the house that MJ built. MJ, Michael Jordan, they got a statue outside of the United Center. That is where DeMar DeRozan is doing this. And by the way, he is doing stuff that even the great Derrick Rose, when he was healthy, because Derrick Rose was something special. I still love him. That's one of the reasons the Knicks are struggling right now, because they haven't had him. But the point is, Derrick Rose, when he was in Chicago and healthy, was on another level. And he still wasn't this. Zach LaVine, who's one of my favorite players, okay, I think he's a showstopper. A matter of fact, I would not have said what I said about that deplorable atrocity that was the slam dunk contest Saturday. I would have said nothing like that if Zach LaVine was in it, okay, because we know what that brother can do, all right? This brother is on the same team, and he's been dealing with some injuries. And DeMar DeRozan has held them up and then some. I want to announce to the basketball world, we look at Joel Embiid. I had him number 1. Jokic is not somebody to dismiss or whatever, but I am telling y'all right now, nobody, and I do mean no one, can be definitively placed ahead of DeMar DeRozan for league MVP honors. He is doing his thing.
Well, Stephen A., it just doubles down on your point when you said about this season being one of the best seasons of all time. It's because of the play of guys like Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, Jokic, Ja Morant, all those guys who's mentioned in the MVP conversation. And I said this last month on NBA Today. Look, this is one of those seasons where it's going to go every 2 weeks. We're going to have a different MVP frontrunner because guys are balling like that. But when it comes to right now, today, DeMar DeRozan, I'm giving him the slight edge over Joel Embiid as the frontrunner for MVP. Look, he's been doing this. The Chicago Bulls, I believe, are on the 6-game winning streak. He's doing this. He's been doing this with a injured, if not available, Zach LaVine, no Lonzo Ball, no Alex Caruso. He has been balling. And guess what? He's doing it from the mid-range, and he's doing it at an efficient level. So efficient that I haven't seen a guy get buckets like this at an efficient level from the mid-range area since Michael Jordan. Since Michael Jordan. Name me a guy that got buckets like DeMar DeRozan is doing from the mid-range area, carrying the team and doing it at an efficient level since Michael Jordan. You can't. So with that being said is when you start to mention his name with Michael Jordan and doing things to Michael Jordan caliber, it's no doubt in my mind. And like you said before, they're number one in the Eastern Conference, and they have not been healthy. They're missing a lot of key pieces.
Caruso,
and this dude
Lonzo
said, come
Ball,
on, I got
the
you.
whole bit. Listen,
Yes.
the only question, I ain't gonna lie, the only question I got about the Chicago Bulls this year, right, is what you gonna get from the middle with Vucevic, because he's not a rough rider. He can shoot the basketball, but you need a rim protector and a defender in the post, and that's a question mark with Vucevic. But everything else that they have in place, I got to tell you, I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. Go ahead real quick, because I got something else to say, KP.
Yeah, but Stephen, and I just want to add, don't forget they picked up Tristan Thompson, who had
That's
11 and 6 last night off the bench.
Time out. I did forget about that. I absolutely did forget about that. So I appreciate you, because I totally forgot about that. You're absolutely right. Chicago's no joke. And when Caruso and Lonzo Ball come back, you're just going to buffer their defense. And here's the thing and I wanted to go back because I got something to say, KP, that's really not about, it's not about the debate. I just need to state this. We're talking about a guy in DeMar DeRozan that's been class personified, always shows up to work. You know, you don't hear anything about him. He doesn't do anything to bring attention to himself. Absolutely, positively nothing. He just goes out night in and night out and ball. He is shooting 52% from the field. He is shooting 35% from three-point range, which is the best three-point shooting he has ever done in his career. On top of all of that, here's the bigger point that I want to say about DeMar DeRozan, because this doesn't get said enough. DeMar DeRozan was in Toronto with Kyle Lowry, his best friend, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, they were winning 58, 59 games a season. They were best team in the Atlantic Division. They were a top 2 seed in the Eastern Conference year after year after year. His problem was that he couldn't beat LeBron in the postseason, okay? So what happens? Dwayne Casey, an outstanding coach, gets exiled from Toronto and is forced to have to accept the job in Detroit because who else was looking to hire him? And now Detroit's been struggling, and his record gets sullied when this man had proven to be an exceptional coach. He just couldn't figure out how to beat LeBron. He suffered.
Oh, you preach.
And you know who else suffered? DeMar DeRozan suffered.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports. And like I just said, is DeMar DeRozan in the MVP discussion? Yeah, he's in the MVP discussion. But my question to you guys is he the MVP for the regular season? You know what I mean? Chicago Bulls are number 1. Let's not forget that. But, I'm from Canada, obviously, Victoria, BC, and I've watched DeMar DeRozan time and time again as a Raptor. And I know he got a lot better, but in the playoffs, he kind of falls back a bit. And, maybe it was Toronto was holding him back or whatnot kind of thing. I don't know. LeBron James was in the East. He was just a young pup back then. Now he's got a little more skill, a little more maturity, so he knows what to do. He's playing at crazy level right now, and I just think that he maybe this might disappoint a couple of people that I'm about to say this, but it is what it is. He is not the MVP for the season. He is not the MVP for the regular season. I think it's still Joel Embiid. That's just my opinion. Kudos to all, everything that he's doing, but me personally, I think it's Joel Embiid, 100%. So you guys tell me, is DeMar DeRozan the MVP for the regular season? Make sure you guys hit like video like, comment, and tell me, is he the MVP for the season? Is he, or is it Joel Embiid, or is it somebody else I'm missing? I don't know. Hit subscribe, like, and notification on the bottom of this, and let's get into it again. Jag from Jaggy Sports.